Hi everyone. Today I'm going to do a quick video on Tailwind. Tailwind is a program that you can use with Pinterest, and it helps to do a lot of things. So we're going to go through all the things. One of the main things that it helps with is scheduling pins so that you can schedule all your pins at once, and they'll be pinned at peak times that your customers are on Pinterest, and also just throughout the week. So you only have to pin once a week or whatever schedule you want. So you should be able to see my screen. Right now we're on my Tailwind screen. This is the home page. This is your dashboard. And so right at the top you see how many repins you got. You know, it shows last week, shows total. Domain pins is if you attach a website. I think I have a website attached, but I don't really do anything with the website yet, so that's why it shows 0, something that I need to work on. New followers, I haven't been focusing on getting new followers, which I probably should be. So this week I only got 6. So that'll be a whole nother video of how to get followers. For right now, I've just been focusing on getting the pins repinned, and I haven't been focusing on getting the followers. So that's what the dashboard looks like. It also has this section over here in the corner that tells you complete your account. So it's nice because it gives different little tips on how you can make your Pinterest account better. So mine's at 92%. So they're saying I need to connect to Facebook. So that's another thing that you can do. But it gives lots of little tips. So in the beginning, when I first had Tailwind, it said something like 10%. And so it tells you each thing you need to do. Like if there's a board that doesn't have a description, it'll say, you know, add a description to this board. So it's really nice because you want to make sure you're, you know, ideally you should be at 100%. So I'm still missing a couple things. Mine's at 92%. But it'll tell you each thing that you're missing. So that's the dashboard of Tailwind. The next thing underneath that is Tribes. And Tribes is really nice. It's something that Tailwind has to help everyone with getting our repins and just growing their general audience. So the way it works is you can join different tribes and you can post your best pins. Sorry, I have a couple notifications. You can post your best pins to the tribes, and then the people in the tribes will repin it. So, and you can also start your own tribes. So this one, the Monday Motivation, that was a tribe that I had started. But you can see all these other tribes that I'm in. And it'll say, like the first one is that I submitted 5 items and then I shared 15. So that means I went through all the pins. So you can kind of scroll down and you'll see all different pins, and you can pick different ones that you want to repin. So I repinned 15 of the pins in this tribe, and then I shared 5. And then, you know, you could just go down. You're in different tribes. It really helps to get your pins to more eyes, and then when those people share it to their boards, it just helps to get that pin going and start the chain reaction of repinning. So that's the tribes. And then Publisher has a couple really helpful things. Scheduled pins is the main one. That's what I use the most. And what that is when you're on Pinterest, instead of just repinning a pin right away, you can schedule it over here, and then it will just pin automatically for you. So it saves your time because you can do it all at once, and the pins will get pinned throughout the week. So you can see over here my schedule. You can decide how many pins you want per day. Right now I have like around 50 pins per day, but it could be a lot less. I think Pinterest, I believe that the recommendation is between 10 and 30 a day. I I just do more because I want to pin as many shirts as possible, but I don't want it to be overwhelming where it's like all shirts. I want it to be a lot of other pins mixed in. So this will show you like exactly what the pin is, exactly what board it's going to. And then over here is just sort of the overview of all the pins. The other thing is Smart Loop. And Smart Loop is really helpful. So what Smart Loop is it will loop your most important pins. So let's say, like I set up, so far I only set up 2 of these. I set up one for dogs and I set up one for Christmas. So with those, it's a few pins that I have that are really good pins, and I want them to keep showing up again and get in front of as many eyes as possible. So those ones will just go on a schedule where they'll get repinned by Tailwind once a week or once a month or whatever you set it to be. Let's see what else. Your schedule's right here. So you click on your schedule and it will show you. So these are all my time slots that I have set up. These little ones with the green arrows, those are the Smart Loop pins that will be scheduled. You can add more time slots or you can take slots away. The ones that are highlighted like this in light blue, those mean that it is kind of a peak time, but not like the main peak times. The ones that are a little bit darker blue, those are peak times where a lot of people are looking at your pins during those times. So if you want to take some of your slots away, you would just pick some of the ones that are lighter colors because it's less busy time. The ones that show arrows, these are suggested times by Tailwind, where they're suggesting I add pins during those times. I already have 50 a day, so I'm not going to add any more. But if I only had maybe 5 or 10 set up, then I would potentially add more slots. So that's Monday. Yeah, so Monday's 47 a day. Wednesday's 49 per day. Some days you'll notice are busier days than other days. There's more traffic for whatever reason. So some of the days of the week I have a few more pins than other days of the week. They're all like right around 45 to 50. Let's see what else. Oh, board insights. That's a really big one. This little circle's covering it. Let me move myself out of the way. Board lists. Oh, that one I didn't set up. That's not what I meant. Insights is what I was trying to click. So insights will tell you what pins are doing really well, what boards are doing well. Let's see, it's pulling up. I think. Maybe I didn't click it. So that'll help you know like what to focus on, what needs more work. It'll show you like your t-shirt boards. I always try to look at that. Here we go, board insights. Let me click on that one. So it'll say like, so volleyball, for instance, has 60 pins, 720 followers, 2,416 repins, I can't even say that word, virality, I don't know how to say it, score 40.27, engagement 55.93. So it's a decent score. It could be higher. What it means is that every pin you put up, people, you know, there's a lot of people that are repinning it, following it, engaging with it. So 55%, it's about half of everything you're putting up is people are engaging and repinning and things like that. So you want these scores to be as high as possible and the engagement scores to be as high as possible. If these scores are low, then what you do is you just make sure you find pins that are a little bit more viral or a little bit more popular, and make sure that you're picking those pins to repin. When you pick popular pins to repin, it helps to get followers and it helps to get just engagement on your board. So when they see your board, they'll also see your other pins. So your own shirt pins that you've made, or your own whatever company it is. I do print on demand, so mine are all shirts or some kind of product with a design on it. But when you repin other people's pins as well, it helps to get more traffic to your board so that people will see your pins as well. So I think that's about it. If you want to see how to pin it, let me show you that real quick. So what you would do is you would just search. I usually start with one of the board names. So let's just say dogs, for instance. You would search for dog pins. And then right underneath dog, it shows all these different categories. So you can kind of switch it up so your board's not all the same things. So maybe you want dog and puppies. Okay, so you find one. I think I probably already did this one, but you just would be like, oh, that's cute. Let me repin that. You want to pick some of the ones towards the top because those are really popular ones. And then instead of just hitting save, where it immediately goes to your dog board, you want to hit this little icon here, which is the Tailwind icon. You click that. And then scroll down a little bit. You can do a couple different things here. First of all, you pick what board you want it to go to. So I'll pick my dog board. You can pick more than one. So if it applied to more than one board, you would just add another board. And then if you want, you can add it to Smart Loop, where it'll keep pinning every so often. I only do Smart Loop if it's my own pins. If I'm repinning someone else's pin, then I wouldn't do that. Same thing with add to tribes. If it's my own pin that I made myself about one of my products, then I would add it to one of the tribes. If it's a pin that I'm repinning, like in this case, I skip that part. So you put dogs and then you just say schedule now. And then it adds it to your Tailwind schedule. And you just go through real quick like that, pick a whole bunch of pins that you want to schedule. And it also, after you schedule it, it also will recommend other pins for you. So that saves time too. You can just look real quick and be like, oh, that's cute too. And just say add to queue, just like that. Excuse me. So that's all I do. I just, once a week or so, just go in and add a whole bunch of pins. And then I go over to my Amazon account and I add a whole bunch of pins there. And then I usually make nice pins with Canva and things like that, just about like a few a week, not all my shirts or sweatshirts. It would take too long. But I make some nice pins that, have either a mock-up of someone wearing it or a mock-up in, with some kind of cute phrase. Those tend to get repinned more often. So it is good if you can to do some pins like that. And that's really it. So I hope this helps. Just please ask any questions. I'll probably do a follow-up video at some point going into a little bit more detail on each of these, but I just wanted to kind of walk you through the basics and get you started with Tailwind. Please just like this video and share it, and I will talk to you in the next one. Thanks so much.